I'm Erol Yayboke, Senior Fellow and Deputy Director of the Project on Prosperity and Development. COVID-19 has changed much about how we live. In the short term, over 170 countries have restricted travel, but the pandemic could also be fundamentally changing the long-term face of global migration. Let's consider 5 plausible scenarios. First, migrant labor, long the engine of a globalized economy, stops moving. Long disruptions reorient agricultural production. Layoffs target jobs previously filled by migrants. The inability of labor to move impacts global economic output and puts migrant families at greater risk. Second, global inequality increases. Remittances dry up. Low-skilled migrants, like low-income people, physically go to work, putting them at risk of contracting and spreading the virus. This in turn leads to an increase in xenophobia towards migrants. Third, temporary migration restrictions become permanent, or at least long-lasting. Authoritarian, anti-migrant leaders manufacture crisis after crisis to keep borders closed. Fourth, refugees, internally displaced persons, and other vulnerable people are unable to get out of harm's way. Many of these people also live in crowded places with little access to proper sanitation, putting them at greater risk of contracting and spreading the virus. Fifth, migration goes into the shadows. All of the scenarios I've just discussed would increase desperation at a time when fewer migration pathways exist. Those forced to move do so using smugglers, traffickers, and other illicit groups. This list is not comprehensive, nor are solutions easy, but we must be thinking about the longer-term implications when designing short-term restrictions. Not doing so could lead to the face of global migration being changed forever.